Welcome to the Bold Encourager. I'm Rebecca. Today is Motivation Monday, and we will be going over why fear kills your motivation. So please stay tuned. Thank you for joining me today for Motivation Monday. If you're new to my channel, please do hit that subscribe button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please also hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything, and it just helps me get those positive, motivating messages out to everyone. So today we will be talking about why fear is a motivation killer. And we can all understand because we all have fears. So one thing that I want to discuss with you guys is it makes you want to give up. Fear makes you want to give up. So if you have that dream, or you have a destiny in mind, or you have something you really want, but you're afraid of failure, then you just sometimes give up before you get to your mission or your destiny or whatever it may be. So we know that fear is a motivation killer that makes you want to give up. So that's the first thing that you have to keep in mind. Second, it destroys your hope. So fear crushes your hopes, because a lot of times hope is the thing that we hold on to, and that helps us stay going along and chugging along. When we have no hope, we give up. So once you give up, it's because you have no hope. So fear destroys hope. So a lot of times you got to make your hopes bigger than your fears. And if you hold on to your hopes and not let your fear get in the way, you will reach your destiny. You will reach your purpose. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Another thing to keep in mind is it prevents you from growing. A lot of times we're afraid of being uncomfortable. And let's get real. Uncomfortability is where we grow. Hey, we all are in an uncomfortable season, aren't we? Right? And this is where we're growing. I know it sucks. Trust me, I've cried. I've lost it at times because it's been hard. Let's be real. It hasn't just been what's going on in the world. It's just personal life stuff. And life as it is hard enough. So alongside with whatever is going on in the world, it is severely uncomfortable. But guess what? That is where we grow. When we're comfortable, we're not growing. And I've had to push myself in ways I've never pushed myself before. And I hate uncomfortability. I'm like you. Don't trust me. I don't like being here. But I will tell you, I've seen the growth that I need to make things happen, to be motivated. And sometimes that's the place you gotta be. So don't be afraid to be uncomfortable, because that's where you can grow and reach where you need to be. Another thing is it steals your joy. So fear is a killer of joy for the very reason when you're fearful, you're not feeling joy, you're not happy, you're not enjoying your life because you're so consumed by fear. So joy is out of the picture when you're letting the fear consume you. And I understand we all have fears, but don't let it consume you. Don't let it be what keeps you from doing what you need to do, and also sucks the joy out of your life. So the fifth thing is it draws you further away from your purpose. And I kept saying that, it's like if you are in a fearful position, you're not going to get closer to your purpose. You're not going to get closer to your destination. What you're going to do is you're going to go far away from your purpose. You're going to go far away from your destination because you're like, I can't do it. I'm afraid. I don't know. Like, I just don't know what's behind that wall. What do I have to cross? What obstacles do I have to get through to get there? And so you just give up. And so that's why it All of these kind of reasonings are just kind of glued together. They all make sense because they all come together. So it does draw you further away from your purpose. Number 6, it distracts you. It distracts you from your goals. So, your goals get you start with your little goals, then you start with your major goals, and then you have your destination, your purpose right here. So even the small goals that get you to the bigger goals, that get you to your destination, your purpose, let me tell you, it's distracting you from that. You're so distracted by fear that you can't even make the little goals happen. And I've been there. I can tell you from my own experience, I'm there, where I'm distracted by fear because I'm afraid that things won't happen. I'm afraid that, I'm not good enough. I'm afraid that I will not accomplish anything that I set out to. I'm afraid of that. And it is distracting because I'm so focused on, I'm afraid of this not working out, that I can't even see past where my goals are. I can't even see the first goal being accomplished because I'm so distracted by fear. And it is a major distraction. The 7th thing is, it's one of the biggest obstacles your mind will battle. Your mind is a battlefield. You are your worst enemy. You're sitting here battling yourself, fighting it in your head, these obstacles that you face because of fear. Fear is making it harder for your mind to get anywhere. It's your mind that makes the perception. It's your mind that helps you get through the tough times. If your mind ain't right, you ain't right. And that's important. So if you have anything going on in your mind that is creating so much fear and anxiety, it's like, work on it, because that ultimately will be the deciding factor of you getting past those fears and making things happen for yourself and making a good life for yourself. And lately, I'll tell you the truth, I've been there with the whole mind thing. My mind has been overwhelmed and I'm super stressed out, and I'm dealing with a lot of work stress and a lot of life stress. So the thing about it is when I'm in that place with my mind, it's so overworked. I can't even have clarity. I can't see. So the obstacles I'm facing, they're making it I feel blind. My perception feels so blind of what is over ahead because of fear. That's the obstacle in my head. And we all have that. And I will always, everything I discuss with you are all things I battle myself. So I completely understand. There's no judgment here, ever. Trust me. I'm just like you. Same thing, same place. I get it. 8th, sometimes you make bad decisions because you're afraid. Let's take for instance, you have this job opportunity that someone offers you, but you've been in your job for 20 years, let's just say, right? And it's a great opportunity, but you're so afraid of leaving where you're at. Another uncomfortable situation, right? Because you don't know what's over there. You don't know what to expect. So you shut down the opportunity because even though you're not happy in that position, you make that decision because of your fear of being uncomfortable. And that goes with everything in relationships. Say, in a relationship, you make a bad judgment call in your relationship because you're afraid of being left or being alone, and you're afraid of being hurt by the person. So maybe you end it way too soon. Maybe they were the right person for you, but you let fear prevent you from seeing what happens. So keep those things in mind. Sometimes it makes you make bad decisions. I mean, you really need to be in a clear head to make a decision. So if you're afraid of something, you're not thinking clearly, don't make that decision. Take time, find a place of peace, and then make that decision. so that you can make the right decision. You don't want to make an emotional decision, trust me. Okay, so the 9th thing. You will grow very tired of life when you're fearful. Because you're so afraid, you have so much anxiety and worry and all of that going on. You're so afraid, and it tires you out because your mind is overworked. Your mind is going a mile a minute, and you're just like, I can't do this anymore. So you get so tired and worn down by life. Life kicks you in the butt. You're just like, I give up. I'm tired. I can't. And then those self-talk things that I told you about in a previous episode start to come into play, and it affects the way that you talk to yourself. It affects the way that you deal with things. So trust me, you will get tired if you continue down that path of fear. And the last thing, it makes you feel insignificant in certain aspects of your life. Now you're saying, what does that mean? Why you would feel insignificant in some places of your life is that when you're afraid, you feel weak. And trust me, everybody has fears, so don't feel like you're weak. But fear, if it starts to take over you and it overcomes all your strengths and everything you've accomplished, you feel weak. You don't feel strong anymore. And do you want fear to do that to you? I don't think so. So you need to fight back and say to fear, no, this ain't happening anymore. And I want you to take all of these things in mind, because I want you to live the best possible life you could ever live. And I do life with you for this reason, because I want to encourage you through this life. Well, that's it. Those are the things that I have to say, that why fear is a motivation killer. Let's be real, it is. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this content. If you did, please do hit that like button. And if there's anything you want to comment, whatever it is, positive or negative, please do comment below. And also, please do hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you want to be notified every time I have a new video, please do hit that notification bell. If you want to follow me on social media, I'm at The Bold Encourager on both Facebook and Instagram. And every Monday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I will post a new Motivation Monday video. So always please stay tuned. And I hope you have an amazing day. And I hope you stay encouraged.